unlike in the past, you and I have done murals in these stories. We're not downtown. We're in the Bowman Center.
We're in the Bowman Center, yeah. So I was contacted a few weeks ago about putting a big American flag, he called it a garrison flag, on the side of this big old warehouse, which is right next to the trains over there. A lot of people know where those are. So we just started. I just started a couple, I started yesterday, just drawing it out. And it's about 18 feet high by 32 feet wide. What I have right here is the sketch of what I'm doing. This is the scaled 1 inch to 1 foot drawing of the flag. You can see these are all, every little block has got a letter and a number to it, so that when I'm up on the lift, I'm standing right next to it. I can't see what it is, but if I just look at the square, I can see, okay, this is H5 or, C10. And I just really fill in that square. It's the only way to do it. It's the only way you really can do something like this.
I always find that so interesting because that's what you learn that really in elementary school, of how you draw pictures.
Yeah, so I teach, and it's a really important thing I try to teach, especially younger people. It's a really good thing to know how to do, because really break things down into a more manageable size, so that when I can be at home working on this mural in scale.
Yeah.
And then that makes the job here go a lot easier if you get the drawing there right.
All the murals that I've seen you do in recent years, you're always dealing with something. There's not as many things on this building, but the corrugated metal would seem to be a challenge.
It's not metal, but it's like a composite material. I don't know what it is, but yeah, the corrugated. So this mural would have been a dream job if it wasn't for that, because there's really nothing there. There's no windows, there's no pipes, electricity. It's just a big rectangle. But the corrugation of that it's taken a little bit to get used to, as far as drawing it out and even painting it.
Well, every mural I've seen you do, I mean, they're all different sizes of different things. This one's just massive.
It's massive, yeah. So, I think it's 18 feet by 32 feet. However, it doesn't start up until about 10 feet up in the air. So, I guess it goes up close to 30 feet, which is pretty high for me. Luckily, the guy who contracted me to do this has a lift, and there's really no other way. You couldn't do it without this lift.
Well, this will be, when this is done, Bill. It's going to be it'll be something. It'll be a landmark. It'll, go in the Bowman Center. When you see the flag, turn left.
Yeah. That's a lot of murals end up being that way, and it's cool. So this should be about a 3-week job, I think. We're only in day 2. But hopefully by the end of the 3rd week, I'm hoping to be wrapping this one up and having you out here finishing it for me.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. So right now you're just pretty much putting the boxes in and then starting to work from there.
Yeah. So what I've started with the boxes, and with the flag. Really, the complicated part, even though it's a really small portion of it, is the stars. Probably half of the work of this mural is going to go into the stars. So I got them at least roughed in. I had them roughed in chalk, and then I go over it with the black paint just to protect it from rain, because if the rain comes, it'll wipe all that chalk away. And then once I get it all black lined in, then I'll start coloring it in, which will probably be early next week, I would think.
I mean, depending on the weather, and if it's not so hot, that doing a mural to be outside can be relaxing.
It actually can be. This is really interesting here. There's a lot of trains going by, but it's not nearly as congested as working downtown with a lot of people and all. So it is. It's a little warm out here. I mean, actually, we've been lucky. The first couple of days out here have been really nice. But the guy who owns the building tells me when it gets hot out here, you can only do it for about 3 or 4 hours, because the heat's bouncing off of the building. Because one of the other things about this, we're getting direct sun the entire time.
Does that will this when you put this up, or I guess depending on the kind of paint you use, will it fade quicker?
Yeah, it will. So murals that are in shaded areas do a lot better.
Yeah.
Sun just kills them. As a matter of fact, if the Spencer Devon mural is on a corner, and there's an old town part of it, which is like set in the 1700s, and the newer part is on George Street. I put the new part specifically in the shade, because when the old part fades, it'll just look normal.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if it's faded, it'll look like it's from the 1700s, and the new part will still look new. But yeah, this will take a beating out here.